Hello, this is Uncle. We are going to be making our own homemade Christmas sweaters. So we got this bucket of stuff over here, and we search through here. This is all kind of stuff that we got at an estate sale. So we'll pull each one of these things out here, and there's yours.
My beautiful tree.
Yeah. And I got my weird garland stuff. And, oh, there's a Christmas cow, as you do. And, oh, and roll that over. And a second Christmas cow. Hey, something's wrong with its udder. And okay, what else we got in here? We got my fruit. You'll find out what that's for later. And my little decorations for the shirt or sweater thing. My lights. And get the sweaters here. So there is ants. Nice little sweater there. And I got a red one. So, just trying to set things up here, and maybe have to map out what we're going to do for our sweaters. There's some more garland here.
So I don't really have a real specific idea at this time what we're going to do. Just kind of have some general supplies and a general idea, and we'll kind of figure out as we go along.
Yeah. We got a lot of supplies here. So, some of the stuff that we found, most of it we found at an estate sale, and a couple of odds and ends we got at the Dollar Tree. So this is a very cost-effective way to make your own festive Christmas sweater. And a little bit more supplies here. We got a lot of stuff in this bucket. Yeah, there's some little Midwestern sunflowers there, a little baggie. Yep. And looks like, well, I guess we're just let's go and pull these things up. Yeah, I got my sleigh here. And what you got there?
I've got some extra decorative things from my office, and I'm going to potentially use that in a sweater. Nice little ribbon and a pine cone.
Yeah.
Some glitter glue, I believe that is. Oh, silent bells.
Uncle's Foley artistry is coming to fruition here.
It's okay, it's a delayed response, it happens.
They're delayed response bells. I knew it. Why do I always get the delayed response bells? Okay, so you'll notice my googly eyes there. Okay, well, now we're on to our other section. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick out yarn. What do they call those things? Thread. There it is. There's that word. We are going to pick out thread to match our sweaters and kind of sew things down where they need to be.
We'll refer to this as Plan A, to sew things onto the sweaters.
That would be it, Plan A. I think I originally called this box the
string box?
The string box. Boy, Uncle's getting pretty old. Anyway, so we got some different colors here, and I got a red sweater and just some things. So we're trying to pick out. I got my red thread there, and got that. So set it aside. And what else we got? Oh, I need something fruit colored. I don't know what is fruit. Well, I suppose yellowish will do. Not quite sure. Trying to figure out what matches with what. I got tons of colors over there in that bucket, so you know, a lot of colors to pick from. Oh.
And I have a bunch of different colors, so I think I just kind of went for green for Christmas.
Yep. So it looks like we got our. Oh, gotta the thimble here because we are talking about sewing. And okay, we can put some of this back here. Got the scissors. And looks like we're probably wrapped up with that. And
I think we had to find the needles.
oh, yeah, can't sew anything without needles. I'll pull everything back out again and look for some needles. Yep, here. Boy, it's like we're trying to find needles in a
String box?
in a string box. There they are. And there's some more. So we got whole bunches of supplies here. We'll be able to sew this stuff down and it won't escape. Put all the stuff back. Yep. Okay. Got that secured up there so it's not going to fall out. Okay, so now we're just kind of mapping out where we want to put things on this thing. So I have a little backdrop, a little scenic thing here. I'm going to just lay that down first and see if we can get going here. Now, we kind of fast forwarded through some stuff here because this actually takes a while to. You got a good, nice afternoon. You can put this together pretty quickly, but just for time's sake, we kind of want to speed it up and spare everybody from me having to mess with what I'm going to be doing with this fruit. So right now I'm just kind of laying things out and pre-planning the design of my sweater.
So what was your inspiration for this design?
My inspiration was the silhouette where you always see the backdrop of Santa's sleigh and his reindeer up against the skyline and up against the moon. So that was my thing.
So I'm laying out the sweater that I found at a estate sale, like we mentioned. Getting it all nice and organized. I have a general idea of what I want to do, or at least a theme. And I think I'm going to go for a very kind of country feel with my design, with the cows, of course. So figuring out a lovely little cow. Because, you can't have a country Christmas without a cow, deer, rain cow, cow deer.
I tell you can't get much better at finding this stuff than an estate sale. How can you find stuff like that anywhere else? It's just amazing stuff that you can find over here. So now we're just kind of jump cutting, just kind of speeding things up and kind of putting things together here. Invaluable tool for putting a Christmas sweater together is a glue gun. So remember that, and when you get some supplies together to make your own, glue gun is invaluable. So I got my neat little designs I put at the top there. So the idea is to make that kind of the skyline up top. And as you'll start seeing, yes, there are googly eyes on fruit. So that's kind of my thing. I'll own it. But
It's your signature.
It is my signature. So you'll see different little expressions. You can make all sorts of funny little expressions with googly-eyed fruit. You get one eye larger and one eye smaller. Now, okay. So, yes, there is a drill. And what I had to do, these are a reindeer, a rain fruit, deer, pear, fruit. So you have to create antlers. Well, what better way, especially with the googly eyes already attached, to drill a hole straight through the head of a googly-eyed fruit? Works for me. I don't know how the fruit feel, but they got antlers now. So you'll see. It's all going to come into place here.
And unfortunately, I wasn't really paying attention to the horrors that were going on across the table. I am just so hyper-focused on these trees. I'm trying to decorate like a Christmas tree, spending a ridiculous amount of time on that. But just the horrors before me upon these fruits.
So it's all coming into shape. Yeah, there's one pretty well set up. A little reindeer fruit. See, it doesn't take much to make a little craft. We're talking about a little piece of fruit, some googly eyes, and what do you call those things?
Pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners, there you go. Dark reindeer antler colored pipe cleaners.
But where have you seen anything like that? You can't buy that at a store.
Well, if I make enough of them, it could be at your
side business.
Your local craft store. So I think I made a Rudolph there. I got the red nose on the little guy. So it's going to take just a little bit of time because there are 9 reindeer to include Rudolph, but for the purposes, I only have one sweater, so that would wrap around to the back. So I had to settle with 3 or 4. So I'm just, and you see Mr. Santa there. I found this really unique Santa hat at an estate sale, so I super glued his hat on. He can't take it off. He's stuck with it, and I stuffed him into the little sleigh there, so he's good and stuck, and he's not moving. So it's just going to kind of take some time and getting all these fruit the way that I want them to, and just along the way kind of setting things up, setting the lights up. I had the idea of kind of making a color of lights, so they're kind of circular anyway around the circumference, so it'll be fitting like around the collar because you don't really have to adjust too much of it. You just got to sew it down. So that's what I'm doing here.
And I'm still working on the trees. I don't know why it took me so long to work on these silly little trees that we create a whole reindeer family out of fruit and nothing. And I'm still trying. I think I'm attaching the trees now. So.
What took you so long with the trees? Were you attaching ornaments to the trees?
Yeah, I was sewing on garland. I was making garland out of little puff balls
Oh,
on the trees and sewing bells on top.
what goes good with puff ball ornaments on trees?
Does it involve a drill?
Googly eyes.
Didn't even think about that.
You can take anything and put googly eyes on it, and it will instantly be awesome. Okay, so here is that backdrop that I was telling you about. So it's going to be my version of the moon, and it may look like other things. It may look like something very familiar to you, but I tell you, it's
That's no moon?
It is a moon. It's Uncle's moon, and I will stick by that story with any lawyer that I'm teamed up with. So that is Uncle's moon and nothing else. Some people might think it's no moon, but I will say it's a moon. Anyway, so I'm sewing that down. And what I did to kind of pencil that in, that's literally just colored pencil that I stenciled in there on a white felt backer. So I just cut it out to shape. I actually put a plate down on the felt and traced it out and cut it. So really simple. It doesn't take a whole lot to do these kind of craft things. It just takes a little bit of imagination, and that's all what we're doing. It's just.
Did you have any problems attaching the sleigh to the shirt?
Yeah. Just to get it to stay where I want it to. The problem when you're working with a 3D object, when you want it to be in a 2D type of picture, that kind of creates a problem because it's a 3D object. So you kind of have to nail it down in the position where you want it, and it's not always going to do what you want. So, yeah, I had to glue it down, and then I had to sew it into position. So it took a little bit, but I eventually got it. I say Aunt is diligently working on those Christmas cows over there.
Yeah, that was quite the experience. Plan A of sewing it down is what looks like I'm doing now, but I will soon give that up to Plan B, which is glue the heck out of it, because it did not work.
Well, it looked good in the end. But
Yeah, we got there in the end.
Yeah. So here I am just kind of fiddling around with these. Now, another fun little thing. If you're making reindeer and Santa's sleigh, you have to tie the whole thing together, right? You have to, because reindeer are tied to Santa's sleigh like a dog to a dog sled, so they all have to be kind of strung along. So I had to get out my drill and create yet another. Actually, I'm not sure if I did that or not. I think I might have ran a needle and thread through the original antler holes that I made with a drill. So it's a different way to just kind of, so I wouldn't have to keep on drilling hole after hole in a little tiny piece of fruit.
They look pretty secure.
Yeah, I had to glue a lot of them down because, again, you're working with a 3D object and a 2D display, so something kind of had to give. But we got it. If I put any more holes in that fruit, it would just disintegrate. So. Okay, so now we're at the finished product. You want to go ahead and
here's
explain?
my country sweater, and I did attach some lights, but I did eventually take them off because I didn't like how they were spaced out. It didn't quite look like stars. It didn't quite look like I wanted it to, and I thought it just kind of took it away from the entire piece. So I did eventually take out the lights, but as you can see, the cows are attached and with a sleigh and a cute little bow at top. This sleigh is filled with presents and some sunflowers And then the trees I meticulously sewed a garland on too, and bells, and there are the garlands around the trim with little sunflowers. Oh, country feel.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. So here is this disaster. It has got everything. You can see it and you can hear it from long ways away. So you got Christmas lights, and these things are powered. You don't need to get plugged in or anything. You can just switch them on. But you got the little bells here, delayed bells. So you turn on these lights, and they do just turn on by this little knob here. So you can you get somebody around that's got epilepsy, you can really throw them into a fit with these things. And so you got your choice of settings here. And so see, Santa is just throwing presents all over the place down in the ground here, simulated by all the garland. So you got your little reindeer here flying by Uncle's moon. Yes, it is Uncle's moon. Don't let anybody tell you any different. And then you got the little skyline here with lights again above. So that is our Christmas sweaters.
Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.